Mesdames et messieurs, the greatest festival of our contemporary society, the Olympic Games, is about to begin. This is going to be close.
Oh! They're all completely gassed! They've given it everything on the global bucket! Oh, yeah! Go! Oh!
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. But that is an Olympic championship.
Ready.
Bonjour and welcome to Day 9 of the Paris 2024 Olympics on Keep the Flame Alive, the podcast for fans of the Olympics and Paralympics. I am your host, Jill Jarris, coming to you from the main press center here at Paris 2024, joined as always by my lovely co-host, Alison Brown. Alison, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
I'm think I've turned a corner. Voice is slightly better. Had a bit of a rough day.
And we have had a bit of a rough day.
Bit of a rough night with recording, but that's okay. It happens.
It happens. I will say this show may be short because we may be a little more tight. I don't know. We recorded for 54 minutes, and then the recorder did not function. So we are retaping. Hopefully this will be more fun than what we had before.
Well, you know what? I'll be less complainy because I got it out.
Okay.
So I am definitely feeling better than I was an hour ago when we started because I was in a bad mood an hour ago.
You were in a bad
and
mood.
And I warned you that I might get sweary, and I think the sweariness is definitely past.
Well, that's good. We have a couple of corrections and clarifications from yesterday's show. First off, in 3x3 basketball, we had said that China beat the USA. That is wrong. USA beat China 21-13. That was the game that sent USA to the semifinal round. Also, in shooting, we said Vincent Hancock was one of four gold medal winners. That would be for individual events. There are many other team players who have won multiple gold medals. Hancock joins a rarefied list of individual event four-time gold medalists. And then in triple jump, the U.S. won their first medal in women's triple jump in Paris, not just triple jump overall. Let's begin the baguette.
I definitely want to tell my Mimi story.
Good.
Okay, so I have been complaining that Parisians do not seem to like to share their dogs. And I shouldn't say it's just Parisians. It's a city thing. It happens in New York City as well. But I am used to my little suburban Connecticut life where everyone shares their dog with me. Mimi would not be stopped. I got on the train, medium-sized terrier. She took one look at me and said, "I love that American woman." The tail started going. She scooted over to me, started licking my toes. I look at the family with a little concern, like I'm not trying to abduct your dog. They agreed. I got my dog scratches in. She settled down on my foot. She left for a minute, then came back for more. So thank you to Mimi and giving me my little dog fix on the train, and Mimi's family for not hating me and keeping her from me.
That is lovely. I ended up doing some journalistic research tonight with producer Ben, who decided he got a promotion upgrade.
Did he get a raise too?
Yeah, everyone gets a raise here and Keep the Flame Alive. Making it rain. We went to the Team Ireland Hospitality House tonight. It is located in O'Sullivan's, an Irish pub next door to Moulin Rouge.
Very far away.
Very far from here. But it's free entry during the day. You pay 25 euros at night. Not like in Canada. It just wasn't worth the entry. It was like you were paying to get into a party kind of thing. It was watch party. You could buy merch if you wanted to, and cash bar, cash food. The only food that came up on the menu was cheeseburgers and veggie burger fries, although I did see somebody with a salad somewhere, so I don't know how that happened.
There needed to be more potatoes on that menu.
Well,
It's
fries.
Team Ireland.
Well,
Come on.
you know. So they had RTE piped in, so that was kind of fun to watch that. And it was nice when Ireland was in a couple of races because we had athletics on. So they had a runner in one of the longer distance events.
And you had some very nice company with you.
I did have wonderful company in the form of Chris and Ruth from Olympipod. That was great. So it was fun to get to talk to them. That was the first time I met Ruth in person. So that was quite lovely, an element of that. So,
Quite jealous.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was basically you stood around, you had a party. It would be fun if you had a bunch of people to be with, so it was nice that we had people to meet. But I think if you were just on your own, it would be a tough time, especially if you weren't Irish.
Like somehow that makes it easier.
Well, it does, because then you can just start talking. You have the same athletes you're looking at, so.
You know what? If I had known, I would have kept my 2 Irish gentleman friends that I made yesterday from Limerick at Gymnastics, and we could have all gone together.
There you go. Next time, I guess. All right. What volunteer job would you like to do today?
Okay, I'm not giving this up because this put me in a bad mood today. It's the volunteer hordes, and we have seen them. To me, for today, it was the desk at the media center. There were 6 volunteers just standing around talking to each other on their phones. Don't ask them a question, because they'll act like you're interrupting their party. There was also a very large group around the Olympic family entrance holding their signs, but nobody could see them because they were in a circle together, facing each other, talking. Don't ask them a question. So yes, I would love to be a member of one of these volunteer hordes. Who gets to go?
Mm-hmm. You get a nice outfit.
You get a nice outfit. You get to go watch Olympic events and not do anything.
I went to kayak cross today, so new venue, fun for me. One thing I will note, there were multiple self-service printers in kayak cross. Like many tables had one all throughout the media center.
Really? Because printing
Yes.
is verboten everywhere else. God forbid you need a piece of paper.
Not at kayak cross. And I think they understand that the sun is bright and you can't necessarily read your phone. You also don't want to be looking at your phone too much because you're going to miss what's going on.
Yeah,
So-
you don't get paper at 3x3 or beach volleyball when you were in the direct blazing sun.
Kayak cross has things, they run things differently there.
Nice.
So what I would like to be is, of course, many new volunteer jobs. I would like to be volunteers at the end of the run when the athletes get out of their kayaks. The kayaks are then carried over by volunteers to like kind of a kayak staging area where they just have a big row of kayaks that they get slotted in with all the kayaks from one team are together. And they're all the same boat. Evie told us that. The other fun thing about kayak cross is that ends in kind of a warm-up pool. So there's a pool at the end that there's a little bit of calm water. There's 2 lanes going off of it in different directions that have poles hanging down so you can practice going around the poles. And then they've got some of the whitewater rapids in the center of this pool so you can practice paddling against those. Once you're done and it's time for your heat, you stay in your kayak and you go on a conveyor belt over to the start area. Then the kayaker gets out of their boat and other volunteers carry it up the stairs to the top for the start of the cross.
I don't know if that boat waiting area almost sounds like a little boat nursery where it's like they tuck them all into their little incubators.
But it was very cool to see back in the back of that. Everybody's favorite segment.
Toilet talk.
That's right.
Oh, so I found out why there are no toilet seats
Oh.
anywhere.
Really?
Yes. So at venues that are used for sporting events or concert events, they've taken away toilet seats, same way they've taken away garbage cans, so as not to have items that hooligans can use as projectiles.
It's so sad. It's so sad that you just have to go to the toilet to pick up a seat and think this is going to make the end of the game nice for my losing team, is if I can whack somebody else in the head with a toilet or shove it down over their head. But I have seen toilet seats on the floor, so I don't know. And I can't remember where that was. Probably have a picture of it in my reels because I'm now taking pictures of all the toilets, and we'll have to see.
And you definitely have to be careful where you take a picture of a toilet. Because as I experienced again today, and I think you experienced it as well, that the men's room in the trailer toilets, the front door, for lack of a better word, is left open.
Yes.
I have seen more men at urinals and I'm not looking. But they're just there.
It's a glance and a shudder like, oh my gosh, what did I just...
My eyes, bleach my eyes.
But I noticed that I didn't have today. I didn't get to see anybody at the urinal, but the trailer
Oh,
doors.
God
were
bless you, you lucky woman.
The trailer doors were open. I'm assuming that is helping with ventilation. But I have to say, the theme of these games are games wide open, and I just don't need that with the toilet trailers. We've got to stop the insanity. But at Kayak Cross, they had toilet trailers for able-bodied people, disabled people in wheelchairs specifically, because the toilet trailer would not accommodate a wheelchair. No way, no how. They get porta potty, which is wide, and it's wide enough. But in the toilet trailer, there are actual sinks. No sink in your porta potty. You get hand sanitizer to disinfect your hands. There were other trailers that had mirrors.
Like funhouse mirrors?
Kind of. Yeah, they just weren't fully mirrored. They were kind of these, you sort of see yourself. And it's like, why? Then I did go into a building that was mostly a volunteer center, and lots of volunteers hanging out there, and
Not doing anything.
It was also pointing to but I will say the volunteers I dealt with were pretty nice. So I'm not knocking Kayak Cross. There's some extra heavy work to do at Kayak Cross. So the venue media center, or this volunteer center, had a dining area, and I thought, well, maybe I can get a Coke or something because I was a little thirsty, and I didn't want to haul further away to the venue media center to fill up my bottle, but I probably should have, because I ended up walking through. Nobody stopped me.
Because now you've got the confident walk.
Yes, I just
down.
keep going. And then I saw toilets, and I'm like, oh, this is a real building with real toilets. This is where I will be going. No toilet trailer for me. Thank you. And then I walked into like this teal explosion. That was teal walls, teal stalls. Everything was teal. It was weird. It was not pleasant. I will say that.
I assume those were the volunteer toilets to match their teal outfits, so they knew where to go.
That could have been, but I believe that just was part of the building. Maybe they based the structure, the color scheme off of this. Who knows? But anyway, the building had it was kind of gymnasium. Like, what are you laughing at?
Oh, I just thought of, do you remember Garanimals from when we were a kid? Okay, so Garanimals were this line of clothing, and you could match tops and bottoms with the tags, and it would have purple bear top and a purple bear bottom. Oh, a blue dog top and a blue dog bottom. And it's match the volunteer to the bathroom. So, you have a teal shirt, you can go into the teal bathroom.
But I can't remember. I think the homes had the same bath. The men's bathroom was probably not different. I don't know.
Well, we already know. It's all mixed. Game's wide open.
So I went in, and of course I don't think I'm supposed to be there because it's a real bathroom versus trailer bathroom, which is right by the media center. That's
and you're not
me.
wearing teal Garanimals.
That's right. No, I'm wearing TKFLASTAN Garanimals. And so I use the facilities, but then I have to stay in there until no one else is in there, and it's dark. It was actually pretty dim.
Now, did you wave your hands to make the lights go on?
It wasn't that kind of situation.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't an automatic light, but it was really kind of dim and dark, and I'm just sitting there. And every time I think it's safe, not safe, somebody else comes in. So I spent a long time in that bathroom, long enough to where I was like, am I going to miss the event? But I got out and it was okay. And I didn't even have to go back through the volunteer center. I just kind of kept walking towards the thing. And then I saw a sortie out to the right. It was great. Perfect day in bathroom land for Jill. All right.
And on that note.
Yes, the investigative journalism we do to bring you the finest in toilet coverage can only be done with some financial support of listeners like you. And we are an independent media outlet, which means we also have independent media financing. And I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm more trying not to cough. This is really hard.
I have not sickened Jill. Let's make that clear.
No, it's just my own being awake for 9 days. That's part of the problem. But really, the show does cost a lot of money to bring us here so that we can bring you exclusive coverage that you cannot get anywhere else. I mean, who else is that? There's
Mike
no
Tirico is not in some
Yeah.
Garanimal's teal
yeah,
bathroom.
Come on, Snoop. You're off doing sports and playing games. We're here looking at the real things that matter to everyday people. And that can only be done with your support. So
And we need that support.
to keep our flame alive as well. So if maybe you could send us $20.
24 cents, we could go check out more bathrooms.
I didn't think I was going to break.
You have held on so well this week. I am so proud of you. I have been sick and cranky, and you have held it together, but we have hit the wall.
Okay. Anyway, you can find out how to support us at flamealivepod.com/support. Multiple ways to do that there. If you'd like to be an ongoing patron, you can go to patreon.com/flamealivepod. That is also on that support page. Patrons get exclusive content during Paris. All paid patrons get a picture of the day. And $5 and up in month get video exclusives.
Of
But,
bathrooms.
maybe someday. That sounds creepy.
Game's wide open.
Oh, it's creepy. I don't want creepy games. Oh. The sad thing is that Patreon will only let you do 2 minutes, and I have many videos that I want to share with you that are over 2 minutes, so I gotta chop them up. Give me a little time, you'll get your videos. I have some cool stuff that I didn't mention from hockey that was just amazing. So that's flamealivepod.com/support. All right, let's look at today's action. We had archery. It was the men's individual medal rounds. Gold went to Korea's Kim Woo-jin, silver went to Brady Ellison from the U.S., and bronze went to Lee Woo-suk from Korea. Fun fact, Brady Ellison is the most decorated non-Korean archer in Olympic history. This went down to a shootout. This was an amazing, amazing match. In the shootout, single arrow shootout, both hit a 10, and then they had to measure. And Brady lost by millimeters, too. This was just an epic match. And that's what you want, yes. In artistic gymnastics, we had apparatus finals. Men had the rings.
And the vault.
So for the rings, gold went to China's Liu Yang, silver went to Zhu Jingjuan from China, and bronze went to Eleftherios Petronius from Greece. Women's had the uneven bars. Gold went to Kalia Namor from Algeria. Silver went to you saw this.
I did. I believe it's Ki-Yang.
Okay. From China. And then Sunisa Lee from U.S. won the bronze. Tell me about this.
So, Kalia, what you need to know about her is she is not only the first woman from Algeria to win a gymnastics medal, she's the first woman from Africa to win a gymnastics medal. She's only 17, and she's gorgeous, and I can't wait to watch her do some more stuff. All the women upped their difficulty on their release moves by catching with a mixed grip. One hand front, one hand back, which obviously much harder to do. I can't even lift things like that, never mind catch myself from a flying state.
Impressive.
You had asked me about the new move that Simone Biles had submitted. There was a lot of talk before the Olympics about Simone Biles submitted a new move on the bars. She didn't qualify for bars finals, and in either the team or the all-around, she didn't do the move.
Okay.
So it hasn't been competed yet, doesn't exist yet in the code of points.
All right. Maybe something to look for. Men's vault finals. Gold went to Carlos Adriel Yulo from Philippines, the first repeat medalist for the Philippines, which is amazing.
He's a great little gymnast, too.
Silver went to Artur Davidian from Armenia, and bronze went to Harry Hepworth from Great Britain. In athletics, we had the women's hammer throw qualifications. Deanna Price finished second in her group and is moving on to the final rounds.
Excellent.
So excited for her. High jump finals. This was
We have an extra medalist.
interesting results here. Gold went to Yaroslava Mahuchich from Ukraine. Silver went to Nicola Olislagers from Australia. Bronze is a tie. We have Irina Gerashenko from Ukraine and Eleanor Patterson from Australia. So Ukraine, Australia, Ukraine, Australia.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed that. That's a nice little song.
So the tie for bronze was the fact that they reached the same height, which was 1.95 meters, in the same number of attempts. Then they failed at the following height. So that's where they ended it and tied for bronze. We had the finals in the men's hammer throw. Canada's Ethan Katzberg won gold. Benz Halash from Hungary won silver. And Mikhailo Kokhan from Ukraine won bronze. And then we had the men's 100-meter finals.
This was wild.
This was wild. Get to the result. Oh, a laser light show, which at the women's 100-meter finals, I do not remember this happening.
The women's was also earlier in the session.
True, but that
I
doesn't
think,
matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
I'm reaching.
Yeah. Nobody knew who won.
The entire field was so tight that you couldn't tell. Never mind the winner, where nearly all the field ended up ranked.
Yeah, it was just really incredibly close with all the talent that was there. Noah Lyles from the U.S. ended up with the gold. He got a personal best time of 9.79.
You know who else got 9.79?
Kashani Thompson from Jamaica. They had to go to thousandths of a second to determine this. Noah Lyles had 9.784, while Thompson had 9.789. So very, very close, down to the wire. And then Fred Curley from the U.S. got the bronze.
Our Kenny Bednarik finished 7th in the race. Not too far off his personal best, though.
No, he was 1/100th of a second off his personal best. He ended up with a time of 9.88 in the final, and his PB is 9.87.
And something that I noted, and I don't know the history, but the entire spread of the field was just over 1/10 of a second. Everybody was so tight in this race.
So, Kenny may be disappointed, but you ran really well. We are still very proud of you. So keep it up. You've got the 200 coming. In badminton, we had men's singles semifinals, and I watched some of a match on the TV here at the main press center. It was Thailand versus Malaysia. Let me look up the competitors were Vitidisam from Thailand and Lee from Malaysia, and they had their average rally was 8 strokes. Their longest rally was 43 strokes in this match. This was incredible.
How long does a 43-stroke rally last? Like, is that a couple minutes?
Might be, and you just had to get, one of them just dripping.
Oh.
Shirt soaked. It's just incredible, the athleticism on that match. Then we had the men's doubles medal matches. Gold went to Chinese Taipei, the team of Li Yang and Wan Qilin. Silver went to China's Lian Hui Ken and Wang Chang, and bronze went to Malaysia's Aaron Chia and Wu Yik So. Then in the bronze medal match for the doubles, we had Malaysia's Chia and So beat Denmark's Astrup and Rasmussen for the bronze.
Which were my Vikings from the other day. I would have loved to see that match again, so I'll have to go back and check the feed for that.
Exactly. In basketball, we had women's group play. Belgium beat Japan 85-58. Nigeria beat Canada 79-70. USA beat Germany 87-68. And Australia beat France 79-72. We have the final group matches tomorrow. Top 8 from the combined rankings move on to the knockout brackets. That starts on Tuesday. It'll be a good tournament. I will say that. In basketball 3x3, we had the rest of the men's pools and then the men's play-in round. So in the pools, France, Latvia, Lithuania, and Netherlands all won. In the play-in round, and Netherlands beat U.S. 21-6. That was tough. I bet they were tired.
They've been through it.
So in the play-in round, Lithuania beat Poland 21-15, and France beat Serbia 22-19.
So going back to Team USA, they ended up 7th in pool play, so they are out of the tournament. I'd mentioned the other day about Jimmer Fredette being injured. That injury is quite serious. On his Instagram, he posted that he tore 2 ligaments in his abductor, and it's going to be a 6-month recovery time. So this was not a little
pull.
tweak.
Yeah.
And so they've been playing one man down, those 3 men having to play every minute of all those games in that heat.
In that heat, and you think, oh, but it's a short game. No, they are full-on press all the time. It is nonstop action. So tough games for U.S., but Jimmer, get better soon. Hopefully your recovery goes really well and you're back on your feet. In beach volleyball, we started the women's round of 16. Our team of Kelly Chang and Sarah Hughes beat Italy's Gottardi and Menegatti 2-1, and they will play Switzerland's Huberli and Brunner on Tuesday in the quarterfinals.
And supposedly Snoop Dogg will be back with his Kelly Chang shirt.
Oh, okay.
What else do you need?
Don't.
A TKFLASTAN shirt. That's what
right.
you need.
That's what you need, yes. In boxing, we had quarterfinals in the women's 57 kilograms, 70 and 75 kilograms. And then we had some semifinals where they got the awards for the bronze medalists. And in boxing, it's one of those sports that has 2 bronze medals, much like judo had 2 bronze medals. Women's 54 kilograms, bronzes went to Korea's Im A.G. and North Korea's Pang Chol-mi. In the men's 51 kilograms, bronze went to David DePina from Cape Verde and Junior Alcantara Reyes from Dominican Republic. In the 63.5 kilograms, the bronze went to Wyatt Sanford from Canada and Alasha Guruli from Georgia. In the men's 80 kilogram semifinals, bronzes went to Arland Lopez Cardona and Christian Javier Pinales from Dominican Republic. And in the 92 kilogram semifinals, bronzes went to Emmanuel Reyes-Pla and from Spain and Davlat Boltayev from Tajikistan. So, first time we're seeing Cuba in boxing.
I think we'll probably see them again when we award some silvers and golds.
In Canoe Slalom, this was my event of the day because it was a haul out there, I will say. Nice ride, but it was a train and a long bus ride. And just beautiful little area, lake, cool. There was wind. I did notice the choppy water.
Oh, a nice little breeze.
Yes. Big kind of, it's their national kayak training center, the slalom training center. So it's kind of a big complex with multiple buildings, one of which I went through. Media center was quite big, different snacks. So it's 2 kinds of fruit. And then they had like their version of a Twinkie almost. That was
a very nice looking Twinkie, if that was supposed to be a Twinkie.
Yeah, it was smaller, but it was filled with like strawberry jam. So that was I will take that. We had kayak cross heats today. Luca Jones and Evie Leapfart both won their heats and they moved on. And men had their kayak cross heats as well. It was a fun day out
Excellent.
there. They had 12,000 people pack the stands. Everyone's in a good mood. DJ's pumping. The event is so much harder than you think. And I know it does look hard because you can see them struggle on TV, but when you see the water really racing and you hear the water, I think that's more so. When you hear this water and you see them struggle against the currents and trying to go, especially when they have to go upstream, it's just something. And then when you have 4 of them in the water at the same time, there was one race where 3 of them really got tied up, and it was fun.
It's fun to watch, but
Yes,
not probably fun to be in that situation.
Not fun. No, and I really wanted head-to-head matches instead of time trials. One note, that drop is not as high. It's high, but they do slide down a ramp, and so the actual plop in the water doesn't seem like it's that far off the ground. But it does can kind of mess you up and disorient you if you plop weirdly.
Well, yeah, if somebody drops you out of the sky in a kayak and says, go race, I think you might be a little flustered for a second.
That roll bit, though.
Where they have to go under?
Yes, where they have to go under. That's what kind of got me, because it felt like they were under there a long time. And I know a lot of them just popped right back up, but some of them were in there for like a long time, being like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, but it just felt like forever. Interesting note, the Fox sisters from Australia, Naomi and Jess, were in the same heat. Naomi won the heat and moved on. Jess finished
She'll just have to
not qualifying.
She'll just have to comfort herself by sleeping with the many gold medals she has collected over the past 2 Olympics.
Right. But fun day. Excited for the semis and the finals, and I hope TKFLASTAN does well. In equestrian, we had the Dressage Grand Prix Freestyle individual final. Gold went to Jessica von Bredow-Verndl from Germany. Silver went to Isabel Wert from Germany, and bronze went to Charlotte Fry from Great Britain.
Speaking of filling your bed with all your medals.
Whoa. Isabel Wert, we did not realize this, but listener Brian brought it to our attention. Her gold medal in team dressage was a three-peat, and it is her 7th gold medal in that event. She was not part of getting a medal in 2004, 2012. So 7 golds in the last 9 Olympics, just in team dressage. Incredible.
She needs to move on with her life.
Oh, I think
No, I don't.
No. Keep going for the gold, man. Take
Go
some
to
of the
10 Olympics. Why not?
Right. In fencing, you were at fencing.
No, I'm not talking about it.
Well, you have to talk about it. That's part of the show. It's
I'm
on the sheet.
I'm trying to break my heart. This was a rough day for USA fencing.
Yeah. So
And it was a rough day for me personally, which is totally inappropriate and unprofessional, but I don't care.
I'll put it on your performance review. Duly noted.
And I will not get my raise.
That's $20.25 to cover Alison's raise.
Okay, give the medal results.
Okay, gold went to Japan, silver went to Italy, bronze went to France.
You know who you did not say on that list?
USA.
Finished 4th. So first they had an incredibly tough semifinal against Italy, who was on fire. And what else was on fire was the USA team's reaction to the judging and officiating of that semifinal. That carried over to their bronze medal match against France. Being in that room, call it a room, the chambre, with the French fans. So literally they would stop to tie their shoe and the Americans would just get booed. Anything they did. And I don't think it threw them. They're all too experienced for that. But that was tough. And it just got away from them. You know, it was, they got a couple of points behind and then a couple of more points and a couple of more points, both in the semifinal and the final. And that was really frustrating. And frustrating to watch because I know they had a goal of the golds. There's been so much frustration on the men's foil team for coming close several times and never breaking through. And then to not get a medal is heartbreaking. So to Garrick Meinhardt, Nick Gitkin, Miles Chomley-Watson, and Alex Macialis, excuse me. I love you, and I'm so proud of what you did. And I don't know how many of that team are going to come back. They're all, other than, even Nick, how young he is. This is not Olympics #1.
Right.
But on the up note, this is the U.S. fencing team as a whole got 4 medals in Paris, which is twice as many as Tokyo.
Very good. Very good. So, well done. I know it's tough. We've talked about, it's not wanting it more. That's never
I
wanting
hate
it.
that phrase so much because if you're getting to this point where you're in the Olympics, you want it and you've put in the work and you've made the sacrifices. So many other factors play in, not the least of which is sometimes the other person's just that tiny bit better than you.
on that day. So that's really tough, but still, well done, U.S. In golf, we had the final round of the men's tournament. Gold went to Scotty Scheffler. Silver went to Tommy Fleetwood from Great Britain. Oh, Scotty Scheffler's from the U.S. Silver went to Tommy Fleetwood from Great Britain, and Japan's Matsuyama Hideki won the bronze. This was incredible because who has been on the leaderboard that we've talked about for a few days is Xander Schauffele, who tied for ninth. And he finished with a score of minus 12 under par. And Scotty Scheffler ended up 19 under par.
He made a little move there.
He did. So congratulations to those gentlemen. In handball, you went to this too.
I went to handball. I saw some very large men throwing a very small ball and moving very quickly all over the place. They are all so big that when you're looking at the court, they look normal. And then you look at the statistics on the sheet where it says they're 6'5". There was a guy out there that was 6'9". But they move so fast that you forget. You know, we're so used to basketball. Big men don't move so fast, right? Mm-hmm. Not these big men. They move very quickly. And they're loud. It's a lot of sound, which was great.
Did you have the goalies who were so excited when they blocked goals?
Yes.
Oh, that was just fantastic. It's a fun sport to watch when you have a crowd that's super excited about it, and those crowds have been really good. It's a small venue.
It is a very small venue, and we were very close. I mean, all of the stands are very close, and the men are so big, it's easy to see them. So, and I said before, I don't know handball. I don't know the rules. I know you score a goal, you get a point, and that was enough to get me into the game.
That's the good thing about sport, a good sport. We still had men's preliminary action. Sweden beat Japan 40-27. Egypt beat Argentina 34-27. Germany beat Slovenia 36-29. France beat Hungary 24-20. Denmark beat Norway 32-25. And Spain beat Croatia 32-31. The quarterfinals start on Tuesday, and we will see Germany, Sweden, Slovenia, Denmark, Egypt, Norway, France, and Spain in those, and they're moving on to Lille.
With the Slovenian drunks that were on my train. That was, I could do without the drunken crowd of Slovenian fans.
At least they didn't find toilet seats.
You know, I am grateful for that because they would have thrown them.
Or grateful that you didn't find a toilet seat because I think you would have
I
thrown it.
might have thrown it at them. I was having a rough travel day.
You know those moms who throw shoes?
Oh, the chancla. I would have taken a chancla to one of them. I would have had to throw up because they were all very large. But I would have tried my aim. Oh, they were, this was one of the many trips today where the transit app was sending me to a closed station. Oh. But I knew it was closed, so then I was trying to make the calculations in my head as to where I was actually going. And then the screaming, drunken Slovenians were just more than I could take.
Enough. In hockey, we had men's quarterfinal action. India beat Great Britain. They were tied 1-1 at the end of regulation, and India won in a... Oh, they finished the game tied 1-1. They finished the game tied 1-1 and had to go to a penalty shootout in which India beat Great Britain 4-2. Spain beat Belgium 3-2. Netherlands beat Australia 2-0. Germany beat Argentina 3-2. Semis tomorrow will be Germany versus India and Netherlands versus Spain.
So the other event that caused me to get sent to closed stations and closed roads, road cycling.
Yes, we had the women's road race today, and this was a humdinger of a race. Gold went to Kristen Faulkner of the USA. This is the first gold in 40 years in the women's road race for cycling. So it's a big deal for the U.S. Netherlands' Marianne Vos got the silver, and Lottie Kopecky from Belgium won the bronze. And this was something that was won near the end. And with Kristen and another rider were in the back, or not in the back, but they were trailing, and they decided to catch up to the two leaders at the time. I believe that's Voss and Kopecky. And with about 4 kilometers to go, Faulkner takes off and says, "This is my time. This is when I'm going to break." She broke, and everyone's looking at her like, wait, nobody's going with her? And by the time they realized what they needed to do, too late. You weren't going to catch up with her anymore. So
Nice job.
fun road race. I believe Ben saw a little bit of it as it passed by, but he said it was, it's all very quick when the peloton goes by, but it was a lot of fun that a lot of people were out watching. In sailing, we had we're halfway through the men's and women's kite surfing and the men's and women's dinghy, as well as the mixed dinghy and mixed multi-hull regattas. In shooting, we had skeet finals for the women. Gold went to Chile's Francisca Crovetto Chadi. Silver went to Amber Jo Rudder from Great Britain, and bronze went to Austin Jewel Smith from the USA. In surfing, no competition today. The wave is still not happy. So we will hopefully hopefully it'll finish at some point.
We won't notice they're in Tahiti.
Okay. In swimming, last day of swimming.
Last day of swimming. It's always sad when the Olympic swimming competition comes to an end.
I know, because you're just like, it's that first realization that things are over and the Olympics will be over somewhat soon, even though we still have a whole nother week. And we have all these new sports starting, which is going to be very exciting. But we had the women's 50-meter free final. Gold went to Sarah Sjöström from Sweden. Australia's Meg Harris won silver, and Zhang Yufei from China won the bronze. In the 1,500-meter free final, Bobby Fink won gold. I walked into Ben's hotel, and they had this up playing in the lobby, and it was like 150 meters to go. And he was far ahead of the world record line that was traveling with him, and then the line started catching up. He just beat it. And it was an impressive, impressive race.
I think this might be the first world record for Shuklastan.
It might be. We'd have to look.
I can't think of any other.
I don't even know what to do with that. Like, ooh, feather in the cap, right?
Like we did anything.
You know what? If you win a world record, there's a financial bonus somewhere, right?
Hey, Bobby. Talking to us is what puts you over the edge for your world record.
Yeah. That few minutes with us really sealed the deal for you. Anyway, he won gold with the world record. Silver went to Gregorio Paltrini from Italy, and bronze went to Daniel Whiffen from Ireland.
Both multi-medalists in this Olympics.
Good.
So Italy and Ireland, all of a sudden in the pool, have decided, hi.
We're here. In the men's 4x100 medley relay, gold went to China, the team of Zhu Zhizhao, Qing Yahang, Wang Changhao, and Pan Zhanli. Silver went to USA, that's Ryan Murphy, Nick Fink, Caleb Dressel, and Hunter Armstrong. Bronze went to France, Johan Nadoy Brouard, Leon Marchand. Wait, Leon Marchand got a bronze?
I know. He didn't know what to do with himself.
Maxime Grosset and Florent Manadou.
And here I am blowing a giant mouthful of water at you and swinging my arms for Florent Manadou.
In the women's 4x100 meter medley relay, gold went to USA with a world record. That team was Reagan Smith, Lily King, Gretchen Walsh, and Tori Husk. Silver went to Australia, Kaylee McEwen, Jenna Strauch, Emma McKeon, and Molly O'Callahan. Bronze went to China, the team of Wei Leitian, Tang Xiangqing, Zhang Yufei, and Yang Jun Huan. In table tennis, we had men's single medal finals. Gold went to Fan Zhendong from China, silver to Truls Morgard from Sweden, and France's Felix Lebrun wins the bronze. That's impressive to see a Frenchman in the table tennis.
That's not a sport that France is generally has previously excelled at.
In tennis, the women's double bronze medal match, Spain's Cristina Busca and Sarah Sorribes Tormo defeated Karolina Mukova and Linda Noskova from Czechia. Did you notice, this is an aside, but in athletics, that France has not caught up to the world in jumping on the Czechia train.
Oh, are they saying Czech Republic still?
Czech
Republic.
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting. In the women's doubles gold medal final, Sarah Irani and Jasmine Paolini from Italy beat Mira Andreeva and Diana Schneider from Neutral Athletes. And then in the men's single gold medal final, Novak Djokovic got his career Golden Slam, and he beat Carlos Alcaraz. This was a 7-6, 7-6 game, so this was close. I'm sure it had. We had talked about high demand tickets for the press, so if there are a lot of press who want to see a specific event, and tennis went to high demand ticket status, then as like Rafael Nadal dropped, lost, and Andy Murray lost, then it went to non-ticketed, and then
The doubles.
Yes, and then men's singles went to high demand ticket. So it was just funny to see from our perspective, this is going to be big, and it probably was amazing in Roland Garros. Let me tell you. Fun fact.
Fun fact, though, this men's finals featured both the oldest and youngest men to appear in the Olympic men's singles finals. I didn't realize how young Alcaraz is. He's 21.
Yes, he is very young, and just incredible talent. In volleyball, you were at some of the volleyball, too.
I got to see Team USA and our Jordan Larson play against France. The Americans ended up winning 3-0. That score does not reflect how tight this match was. It was a battle throughout.
Monster block.
Lots of monster block, lots of ace. The only problem with the monster block thing is because part of the song is there's also a dance where you move your arms. Mm-hmm. And when everyone in the stadium moves their arms, the whole seating section shakes.
Yes, it's incredibly terrifying because you are very high up.
I was lower today.
Oh,
I got on the lower level of the tribune, but it's still a few stories up. And you can't hold on to the table because the table is shaking just as much. Karch Karai made me laugh.
Oh.
Karch Karai was there, and when he would come on the screen, he'd just be standing there with his half glasses and his little notepad, and he looked like somebody's granddad who had come in and was doing a box score. He's so even-tempered on the sidelines, which is unsurprising and probably why they're so successful, because he does keep his cool. But it was fun to see him just kind of standing there making notes going, oh, that was a nice little point there.
So, yes, USA won their prelim game against France 3-0. China beat Serbia 3-1. Brazil beat Poland 3-0. And China, Brazil, and Italy are still undefeated. In water polo, we had women's preliminary round action. Australia beat Hungary 14-12, Spain beat Italy 13-11, Netherlands beat Canada 20-11, and Greece beat France 11-4. The qualifiers for the quarterfinals are Australia, Netherlands, Hungary, Canada, Spain, Greece, Italy, and the U.S. So still looking at that four-peat for them, or the fourth gold medal. Let's just say that. And that's it for sports for the day.
My goodness. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. There's a lot, especially when you have to do the show twice. Our other show that you're never going to hear was so good.
Except for those of you who like it when we break. Yeah.
So today's our last day with our mascot, Serendipity. She's going to be saying goodbye to us. So very special thanks to our little field spaniel for doing an excellent job as our TKFLASTAN mascot. We hope you enjoyed your job, and you will always have VIP treatment at TKFLASTAN House, which is basically my house where I want all the dogs to come. And also special thanks to our Kickstarter supporter, Amy, for sharing your girl with us. And we have a new, slightly old TKFLASTAN mascot debuting tomorrow.
Ooh,
We'll
looking
let you
forward to
know.
that. All right, medal count.
We added a gold today and a world record, which puts our total at 6 golds, 3 silvers, 4 bronze. We're still kind of hanging out at the 9.5 on the medal table. We're in between Germany and Netherlands.
I will take it. All right, who is coming up next?
So, starting tomorrow, artistic swimming begins with the team technical routine. You can watch for our Megumi Fields and Danielle Ramirez on Team USA, and one of our old favorites, Jacqueline Simoneau, with Team Canada.
Katie Moon begins qualifications in women's pole vault.
Kenny Bednarik is back and runs in the heats of the men's 200.
Luca Jones and Evie Leapfart head into the semis and finals of kayak cross.
Jesse Grouper starts competition in sport climbing.
Melissa Tapper competes in the team table tennis event because Australia will be facing Chinese Taipei in the round of 16.
And Ben Halleck and Team USA finish pool play against Croatia in men's water polo.
Don't forget, wrestling is coming up soon, and if you would like to get in on knowing more than anybody else, you can get the dulcet tones of Jason Bryant's wrestling guide. You can find that at mattalkonline.com/Paris. Up to date. We keep getting emails. The book has been updated. The book has been updated. He is updating this all the time to make sure you have everything up to date. It's a digital copy. It is great, chock full of information. mattalkonline.com/Paris. Save $5 by using the discount code FLAMEALIVE. And we have shout-outs.
We have shout-outs to some of our Kickstarter reporters. Shout-outs to our Kickstarter supporters. That's the word. I guess I forgot the word in English. I've been surrounded by French so much. So first, special thank you to Kaori and to Sean Callahan and Patrick from Chicagoland.
Excellent. And thank you so much for your support. We really can't do the show without you. So that will do it for this episode. Special thank you to our researcher, Annalie Dable. And producer, Ben. And contributor, Clarillo.
And if you have anything to say to us, please find us on X, YouTube, and Instagram at FlameAlivePod. Send us an email at flamealivepod@gmail.com. Call or text us at 208-352-6348. That's 208-FLAME-IT. Chat with us and other fans on our Facebook group, Keep the Flame Alive Podcast, and get our special daily Games Time newsletter. You can sign up for that at our website, flamealivepod.com.
Okay, so it's 2:03 in the morning, and I thought this balloon, we've got the feed on, and it's just balloon cam right now. I thought this thing was supposed to come down at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I guess not.
And
it's
not.
partying hardy.
I guess so, because I was really hoping to be able to narrate what this situation was like, how monumental this balloon drop would be. But I guess, maybe we'll let you know tomorrow if it ever comes down. But so you'll have to join us then. Please do not forget to tell a friend about the show and hang out with us in the Facebook group. I can't even keep up with the Facebook group.
It's
There's
poppin'.
so much going on. It's fantastic. There's so many things. And so many of you who are here are finding new and fun things and more vacuuming than I never expected it.
Tonight was not the magical hour of vacuuming. It was the magical hour of table cleaning. So you probably heard some of that action behind us.
Exactly. Thank you so much for listening. And until tomorrow, keep the flame alive.